Hiya! Welcome! Feels like a little while since I did my last record mail opening. Well, you know what? I've got one to do today. And I've got two packages, two pieces of mail to open today. One from Discogs, had to think then for a minute, and the other one from Bandcamp, directly from the artist himself, which is always very exciting. I'll do the Discogs one first. All these are by the same artist, an artist that I've mentioned quite a few times on this channel now. Really got into his music this year, although I'd heard it in years previous, but really explored his discography and started collecting him on vinyl record early 2020. I've got all his albums, apart from his latest album, Dopamine, which I think is supposed to be due out by the end of the year. But if there's any delays, I can sort of understand that. And I thought, you know what, I want to get some of his 7-inch singles as well, or as many of them as I can that are readily available. And there's like a couple of his singles that don't seem to be available anywhere because they were so limited. But I'll keep my eye out for them. But the ones that are more easy to get, this was a UK seller on Discogs Marketplace. Let's quickly get into this, and I'll show you who I'm talking about. The observant of you might have guessed already who I'm on about, but probably not, because he's not exactly the most well-known artist. Struggling to get into this mailer here. There we are. It's come very nicely wrapped with a card backing and some very tight kind of cellophane shrink wrap type stuff. Like I said, I've not got any singles by this artist yet. And some of these tracks I'll already own on his album, but there'll probably be alternative mixes and edits of them, so for completeness sake, it's just nice to get his singles, or as many of his singles as I can, as well as all his albums. And I'm talking about Pictureplane, of course. And I'm trying to find the right way up to hold this. It's a bit difficult to tell. It might be that way, because then the sleeve opens at the top, which I'm obviously used to, especially for 7 inches. But it is Trance Doll, Post World Dub, and New Mind, a double A-side single from Pictureplane on the Love Pump United record label. Not a lot to see here, really. There we are, look, just kind of like a bog standard black 7-inch record there, but one that I'm happy to get. This didn't cost much. I think postage was actually more than the single here. I think altogether it came out something like £7.50 and postage was like £4 or something like that. But that was the cheapest one to get. So yeah, happy to get that. Trance Doll, New Mind, Pictureplane. Hopefully I would have played a bit of that for you in this video. Now then, this one is from the artist himself, Travis Egedy, aka Pictureplane. He still had a couple of his singles up on his Bandcamp page. I thought, you know what, I've bought this one on Discogs, I'm going to buy from him direct. Especially as these singles, they weren't available particularly cheaply on Discogs anyway, so I thought, you know, buy direct from the artist. Marvellous stuff. I've done that before. His most recent album, Degenerate, I managed to buy that directly on his Bandcamp page. Other albums I've got from him, I've had to sort of go looking on Discogs, with them being a little bit more rare. But it's good to know that he's getting the proceeds directly after Bandcamp's own cut, of course. So let's get into this one. There'll be 2 7-inch singles in here. These come really quick, because these have come from Brooklyn, New York, and I wasn't even expecting these would have been sent out until a couple of days ago, but these must have been sent out pretty much the day after I ordered them, as I was just not expecting them to come. So we've got Sex Trigger, Burning Heaven, with the B-side a Low Key from Pictureplane, and I think the B-side is by Wicker Phase Springs Eternal. So this is like a split single, but I think they remix each other's tracks or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I know I've heard Sex Trigger before because it's on one of his albums. have a quick look at it, just see if there's anything interesting about it. I know some of these editions did come as like coloured records. I'm not sure any of these would. Oh, this one might though. Ah, it has. Oh, brilliant. I was just expecting the standard black edition, but no, look at that. It's a sort of light salmon pink record. So I obviously had some of the coloured variants left in stock. So thank you for that, Travis. I don't know if he'll ever watch this. I'll tag him in my Instagram post about it. So you never know. But excellent stuff. I'm such a fan of this guy's music. I mean, I've waxed lyrical about it plenty of times. But I just love what he does. It's not to everyone's taste. It's, you know, very sort of DIY dance music. Witch house is the term that Pictureplane, Travis himself, conjured up. It's got a little insert in here, which is very nice. So there is some tracks here that I've not heard before. These are more sort of collector's things for me. The albums are the really important bits because, well, they're albums and I want to listen to them. But if I buy a single, no matter who the artist is, I will listen to it because I've bought it because I want it. It's just a nice coincidence that this, I would say, is quite a rare sort of collector's piece. So Sex Trigger, Burning Heaven single there from Pictureplane and Wicker Phase Springs Eternal. And the other single from Travis directly. I've got another one of these. I can't show this sticker on it. It's a bit of a. Let me try and show it you because I've already got one of these. I think he just sends them out in mail, but it's like a slightly X-rated sticker there. I'm covering up really more than I need to, but it's just difficult to hold it. But another one of those. So I've got a spare one of those now. I might send it out to someone and see if they'll dare show it on their videos. Beware. But this is Hot War Cold Love by Pictureplane and also Break Trance, and another like double A side on Alien Body Music.
Breathe deep, inhale. Indigo lemonade. I think I'm thinking too much about God on the floor of your living room. I suggest let it go. Picking up the pieces of my mind, shattered like glass in the backseat of your joyride. But it got sometimes.
This is it's quite an interesting setup here. It's like just sort of a fold out sort of thing. Some interesting inserts here, like very DIY this. Yeah, I remember when I was looking up this record on Bandcamp, and one of the collaborators for Pictureplane his name made me laugh. DJ Dog Dick. Oh, Tiny Things, etc. But yeah, some kind of really sort of lo-fi, low-end inserts here. Just look like they've been printed out on a standard LaserJet printer. But I like that. I like this sort of DIY aspect. I mean, the other singles obviously come across as sort of more professionally made, but this one is a standard black record here. Feels quite thick, that. This might be 180 grams, this. Feels a bit of a thicker record than the others. But there we are. It is black. There's not an awful lot to see. Nice sort of anarchic centre label there. 3 Pictureplane singles. One from a UK seller on Discogs Marketplace, and 2 from Travis Eggerty himself. Brilliant. And these 2 that came from Pictureplane over in Brooklyn, New York, came really quick, a lot quicker than I expected, so thank you for that. Really happy to have got these. Just a quick showcase of some music related mail from one of my favourite artists, certainly my favourite artist of this year. Can't wait for his new album, Dopamine. So go and follow him on Bandcamp. I think it's pictureplane.bandcamp.com, and sign up for the alerts, and then if you're interested in hearing more of his music, then you can check out all his stuff that he's got to buy digitally or to stream digitally for free on Bandcamp. He's also out there on YouTube, Spotify, blah blah blah, so it's easy enough to check him out. But of course, if you go to Bandcamp and you do buy anything, be it digitally or like I have physically, then you'll know that you'll be dealing directly with the artist, and for me that's always kind of fun, and it's a privilege to be able to do that. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to all of you, my wonderful subscribers and patrons. I'm gonna go now, and what else but listen to my 3 new Pictureplane singles. There's a couple more out there, I think, that are pretty rare that I would like to get one day, that I need to just keep an eye out for and be shopping around for, but delighted with these 3 for a fantastic artist, in my opinion. And I do hope all of you will join me again next time for my next music related video. Cheers everyone. See ya!